Hello, everyone, and welcome to Twillow Talk. I'm Tanys Coughlan from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky.
Hello, hello. How is it going?
It is good. It is good. We have some people to say hello to. So we have Fogo Pogo. Hey, Kaylee. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
We have Kath MJ.
Hello,
hello. How's it going, Catherine? There we are. Hello, hello. And I'm going to sneeze. Maybe. Okay. We switched sides. She says we've switched sides and it's messing with her head. Well, we could change that. Avert your eyes.
Magic.
There you go. Yes, yes. Hello, Kelly. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm glad.
We aim to please. Yeah.
So other than the bit of dissonance around which side of the screen we were on, how's everybody feeling?
She says she's a creature of habit. What can I say?
Fair enough.
The funny part is that I thought, there's something different, but I didn't clue into what it was.
I noticed, but I don't care where I am. So
it's not a real concern for me, but I was just like, I thought maybe it was because it was Monday. I was just feeling out of sorts. That happens too.
Right. Well, maybe it's the space weather. What do we got going on?
Yes, it could be, actually. Here we go. We've had a couple of M-class solar flares there in the last few hours. And so that's something to watch for. We've had 3 here. And so that, of course, we're going to feel that, right? The biggest one, of course, is an M5. So not too bad. If we go to our auroral KP index, we'll see here we're pretty stable in that. We've had a few sort of ups in the last couple of days, but nothing out of the green, which is, fairly comfortable when we look at it that way. And of course, we have our ad. This is our Schumann. The ad always comes up, and it's, yeah. Anyway, so we've had a few little spikes here. You can see yesterday was pretty chaotic here. We're back down to, just sort of one little spiky area today. So, but we were probably definitely feeling that yesterday. And we're at a power 17. This would have been up around the 30s and 40s in here with that kind of behavior, I would say. So that is where we are at with our space weather.
Awesome.
Our energy forecasts. So that's where we're at with that. So how are we looking for our transits? And yeah. I'm with you, Kaylee. Like tired, very sleepy, definitely. I think everybody's been having trouble sleeping. So that may be due to that sort of spiky stuff that we're seeing.
Yeah. And also just that the energy through this time is, right? Things are thin, and they're thin anyway, but they're thinner. And we're, things are coming through. Lots of work in our sleep, which, isn't necessarily new, but feeling it a bit more is potentially a part of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we entered into the gate 44 on the 30th or 31st, and then we're going to be here until Thursday. And then we're going to switch into gate 1. So I'll do a little bit of both just to give you guys an idea of where we're at. So we deep dove a little bit more into the gate 44 last week because we were transitioning into it last week. And this is the gate that moves us from the shadow of interference to the Siddhi of synarchy through the gift of teamwork. So the coming to meet. Remember, this is the one that has to do with karmic relationships. And it talks about the energy of the personal manager, right? Who can sense patterns and group dynamics and chemistry between people. It's that kind of energy that comes through with this. And it helps us to, or I should say, it brings opportunities for us to recognize karmic echoes, right? So the idea of being able to see where old wounds or imprints are shaping kind of where we are right now. So it's a great one for moving us towards healing, but we have to be aware of it and aware of what's happening, right? So this shadow frequency can often distort our intuitive awareness, where maybe we sense things, but we misread them, or we project those fears into new experiences. So just notice if those things are happening or if that's coming up, to kind of take a step back. And is this fear that's coming up because I'm actually recognizing a pattern, or because I'm seeing it through the lens of the pattern, right? That's the big difference here in the energy, to be able to notice that shift. If it is actually that I'm recognizing the pattern, intuition's going to go, hey, we need to notice this, right? But if it's just that I'm putting that lens on, then there's some healing there to do. And so it gives us an opportunity to notice it.
I think understanding the difference is key with that.
Absolutely.
Not always easy, but if you can, it's helpful.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing, right? Because the gift of this, that gift, teamwork, I like how Richard puts it, the art of right relationship, the ability to see what is true and truly connected for us, right? Intuitive intelligence. And so it's about knowing instinctively kind of who fits in our field and who doesn't, and being able to bring more awareness to that, right? So I know last time we talked a little bit about how it's, it's not forcing collaboration, but it's all about alignment. And it's such an important energy for us to understand, because I think sometimes, and we've talked about this before on the show, but sometimes, we think, oh, well, it's my family, so I have to just whatever. Right. And this is where we allow for levels of toxicity or unhealed trauma to end up causing additional suffering, because we look at it and go, well, I have to accept it. Whereas if it was a friend or somebody in our lives, we'd be like, I'm out. Like, you don't get to treat me like this. This isn't okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where boundaries come in, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it doesn't mean that anytime somebody does something wrong, we're like, I'm out. No, I mean, we're human. We all make mistakes. Like, thank God that's not the case. I never talk to anybody because I make mistakes. Right?
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But it is that ability to notice it and to, I like this idea of personal manager too, because it really helps us to understand our own role in our experiences and what we bring to the table, right? You say something and it hurts my feelings, and I can be like, dude, that hurts my feelings, but I have to own that my feelings got hurt for a reason. I owned some part of that, or I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
so
right.
we do recognize that ability to kind of, and it's not a simple one. We have to learn how to take that responsibility without taking ownership for everything. Right. There's a fine line there in I'm going to take what's mine and I'm going to leave what's not or give back what's not. Being able to really be able to notice this aspect of what just transpired. I take full ownership of that. This aspect of it, I don't. Right. And that's hard to know, and it's hard to do, especially if we're in perfectionist people pleasing mode.
Yes. And that's that old, we're not responsible for anybody else's actions or reactions, but we are responsible for our own actions and reactions. Right.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah. And as we step into that energy, the body, I like how this idea of like becomes a sensitive instrument, right? Like it begins to be able to read the frequencies. Like it knows, do I resonate here or do I not resonate here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And in that knowing, we have the ability to go, oh, okay, I have a connection and I
Mm-hmm.
want this connection or I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that's what we're up till Thursday.
Till
Right?
Thursday. Then we are going
Then
into
we switch.
Gate 1. Gate 1 is the creative. It is the spark. It is self-expression and creativity rooted in unique direction. So the gate 1 is that divine masculine energy. It is very much the energy of, well, creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens with this energy is we move from the shadow of entropy to the siddhi of beauty through the gift of freshness. Right? So this is about the source of creativity itself. Right?
Beautiful.
So we look at entropy and what Richard really talks about, Richard Rudd, who does the gene keys, what he really talks about here is numbness. Right? This feeling, and it's about noticing the feeling. And that can be really hard when it's numbness. Right? It's hard to realize in the moment that we're numb. And so Richard talks about how this is one of the most widespread shadows because we go through our days like zombies. It's this rote, exhausted, but not fulfilled way of just next, next, next. Okay, I'm done. Right? And because we go through our days without that fulfillment, we're just going through the routine. And this is where the entropy comes in. Right? So can we check in with ourselves and notice, like, am I just going through the motions? Am I just trying to get through the day? Am I aware of it when it shows up? And what can I do to start to lean into the experience of it? And I know that that part is really hard, right? Because we don't like experiencing uncomfortable things.
Yeah. And yet it's heavy here. And
Yeah.
so we have uncomfortable things that come up for us, don't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But when we recognize that, even this entropy, even this energy of that numbness, it's part of our cycles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we go through the cycles, and that's okay to navigate through them, because as we do, we naturally begin to expand again. Right?
Yeah.
But what happens is if we deny something or we push it away or we hold it down, we end up getting stuck in it as much as we're going, no. We get stuck in it.
Yeah.
Right. So because it's there and we're not processing it. And so being able to, notice it and go, okay, that's what I'm feeling right now. Cool. All right. What do I need to do to be able to now move or shift that energy? Can I sit in this space of feeling a little bit numb and going, okay, why am I feeling that right now? And am I okay to sit in it? Do I want to shift it? What would shifting it look like? Where do I want to go from here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Mark. Yes, discomfort is the path to growth. And he's
Good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we
because
have
nothing changes if we're comfortable.
Exactly. If we're comfortable, it doesn't. So that's the whole thing. And yet it's difficult to change, right? We all have trouble with that as well. So
Absolutely.
it's always like this push-pull feeling when we have weeks like this, where it's like, okay, we want change. No, we don't. We want change. No, we don't. Right? We go through all of that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I was actually just talking about that, that idea of, well, I was talking about secondary gains and losses, which are all of the things that change when we change something, right? Because nothing happens in a vacuum. So the moment that we change something, it changes a whole bunch of other things. And so even though we might say, oh, yeah, I'm ready for change, when we look at the exponential shifts that are going to happen from that one little change, we go, oh, maybe I'm not quite ready to change all those things yet.
yeah. Yeah. I think that's what people, like, ooh, okay, wait a minute. Wait a second. Is this something that I want? Is it change? But I mean, we have to keep moving forward too, in terms of our evolution and our own growth. So yeah, it's that push-pull, right?
Absolutely.
So we've had a few people come in.
Yeah, let's say hi.
We have.
Oh, RV. Awesome.
I think you might know this person.
I think that might be Morgan. Oh no, hi Mom.
It's not
RV is
Morgan.
Reagan.
I didn't think
Reagan was watching. Reagan, you're watching. That is awesome. I wouldn't have even thought of you, but of course, ORV, it's got to be you.
I was like, I don't think this is mine.
I just assumed there was a grace in the car, but no, that would make sense. Yep. Awesome.
Hi, Reagan.
Yay. Okay, no, we're not doing readings today, baby.
And she says, awesome, thank you. Because Kaylee told her that. Yeah. Friend crossed over yesterday. So sorry, Hypnicity.
Sending lots of love, Hypnicity.
Sending you lots of love, Nalini. It's happening a fair bit. And then we have Ethereal Moonlight. Hello, welcome. And Patricia, welcome, Patricia. Yeah, no cards today. She had a card because she does her transits, and she does them with the cards.
We will have a card for homework or home play.
We will have a card for home play. Yes. And we'll be doing another monthly there soon. We'll see when that happens. And of course, we have Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hey, Shem. Hey, Mark.
We got family in the house. Yep.
I know, right? Well, and it's so funny because I know Bean's tag for, the Instagram, and I know Bean's, but not for YouTube. I was like, I don't know. That was awesome.
Honestly, I'm not sure what Morgan's is either. But
well, and I was like, oh, Morgan know about ORV? No, of course it's Ray.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
We sometimes have Dawn show up on here.
True.
If he's watching.
True.
So yeah, we do get our peeps come and say hello. And then there's our, the chosen family. The chosen family, the rest of them. The rest of all of you are chosen family, right?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, and it's noticing the energy too, and I love that, right? We're talking about chosen family, and here we are in the transit of coming to meet. And really holding that space for that coming together energy. And the cards on here. So you guys know, I know I've shown you guys before. I write all over my cards. I've also proceeded to wipe off accidentally aspects of things that I've written on my cards. So, it's not flawless here as a system.
Sometimes she's doing this.
I think I read that right. Okay. But these cards are based in the human design, but in the I Ching. And so they each have like a different energy for each of the days because there's 6 lines to it. So it's about 6 days that the transits are here. And then each line has an energy. But then it also talks about the I Ching and the message there. And so it says, sorry, my computer likes this idea. I don't know, whatever. The success of my interaction is based on the absence of any preconditions. I love that line. I'm going to read it again.
Please.
The success of any interaction is based on the absence of any preconditions.
Yep.
Okay. So, and Dawn is here.
Dawn
Right.
is here.
You guys are hilarious.
Your fam is stalking you tonight.
I know. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's look at this for a minute. The success of any interaction, so the ability for anything that we do to go well, is based on the absence of any preconditions. So expectations, our biases, all of the things, the expectations that get us in trouble. Absolutely, Nalani.
Yes. They get us in trouble. We get disappointed, all because of expectations.
Yeah. And this is where open and curious really came from, is this idea of, you know, and again, we're talking about noticing, right? Earlier we were talking about noticing the numbness. And here we're looking at it as, can I notice the expectation or the precondition that I'm bringing to this interaction and how that's going to impact how I show up, how I respond or react, what I think about what happens, right? All the different bits and pieces, because if I can notice that, then I have the ability to shift it.
So if I notice I'm grumpy, then I should be able to shift that.
Yeah. Or to just accept it.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's a beautiful thing to be able to go, I'm just freaking grumpy right now.
I am grumpy.
And can you
I'm
imagine if if you went into a situation and went, I may not respond very well because I'm really grumpy.
I've done that. I've done that. Yeah. It does give people fair warning.
Hey.
But sometimes saying that actually pulls you out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can step really into like, okay, I've owned it now. Now I have to really be aware. But it's easier to do that than it is to be called out on it too.
Yeah, or stressed out. Like, you know, Kaylee says, or stressed out. I remember, and Bray, if Bray's still here, could probably speak to this. I used to put myself in timeout. The kids would be, you know, I was so overstimulated, I couldn't handle it. And I'm like, Mom's taking a timeout. Nobody's allowed to talk to me or touch me or come in my room for 5 minutes. Because I was like, I knew that I wouldn't respond well if I didn't take a moment and calm myself down.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I just got triggered. I have control over my reaction. Yes. Because when we actually acknowledge that we've just been triggered, it creates that moment to give yourself that time out.
Absolutely. It's hard sometimes, though, to notice it and not go into our normal reactive place. Right? And so being able to take that step back, even if you've already reacted, and go, okay.
So that was that.
I'm feeling some kind of way right now.
Yeah.
Right? And then be able to sit with it and kind of go, okay, what is happening inside of me that's making me feel this? Right. And it generally always comes down to the narratives that we're holding within us.
Oh, often. Yeah. Exactly. Like at my work. Time out.
Wouldn't that be so great at work? Your boss is going on about something, like, time out. I'll be back in 5.
I was thinking that might work the opposite way though, too. The boss might say, okay, time out. Either you or I need a timeout.
Somebody is needing to take it. How about we both take a timeout?
Let's take a timeout. Oh, she does that. Perfect.
Oh, awesome.
It's good when you can have that kind of relationship too with, those around you at work.
Absolutely.
It's good.
Absolutely.
And we all need that sometimes. That we all need a time to just step away. Especially, I know, Patricia, you're in customer service, and so there's a time when you hit that kind of wall, right? And you're like, okay,
yeah, I hit
I'm
those
not
walls
feeling very
when
customer servicey.
I hit those walls when I'm really tired or when I'm really hangry. Those are the main times, and the rest of the famdango who's listening can attest to it, I am sure. But those are the times where my wall is like, boom, and I'm like, I either need to deal with this or I need a timeout, which also means dealing with it.
Yes. It is time. Yes. Yeah, that hangry thing, man, that can get you every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or tired, yeah. That's usually when I know I need a nap, when I get grumpy. I'm like, yeah, I'm experiencing grumpiness. It is time to restart my day in an hour.
Hey, and if you can do that, that's awesome.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. I had a traumatic event happen a couple of weeks ago at a bank. You got it? And now time out to heal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
It's good to listen to yourself too, right? And know that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It does. Yeah. Traumatic events imprint on your brain.
Yep. Yeah, they do. And so, having tools and means to be able to release them is very important, right?
Definitely.
And that means taking that time for yourself, allowing yourself to heal. Because if we don't and we just press on, they stay with us. Right? And sometimes things stay with us and it takes time to work on them.
It does. Yeah. And the body takes time to come out of that fight or flight mode and all of that, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. We're sending you so much love, Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love to you. That can be challenging. Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, and again, depending on what resonates for each person, those tools might be different.
Yeah.
And how we handle, traumatic experiences. And one of the things I really appreciated from Gabor Mate actually was talking about how, we can all go through a very similar experience, but based on, all of the stuff we've got going on and whether or not we go through it alone or not.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference in how it imprints within us. And if it means that we are going to hold that trauma within the body, or if we are going to be able to process it through more easily, right? It doesn't mean that it doesn't impact us at all. But what, studies have shown is that we go through something and we have a lot of support and community around it and the ability to process it right away, that can really help. Yeah. But that's not generally how we hold traumatic experience. A lot of times we shut down, right? Because that's
we retreat, right?
How we're programmed.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trauma's a funny thing. And I don't mean ha-ha funny. I mean odd thing, because we never know. We don't know how we're going to react to it either, really, because you might be fine in one trauma and then another thing comes up. And either it's compounded the other trauma or it's something totally different and you're not quite sure how your body's going to react around it.
Mm-hmm.
Or how your emotions are going to react around it. And sometimes they don't seem similar to something in the past, but they actually are. Like there's a similar energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have dogs creating trauma?
Well, they have. But no, I think that my crew who was watching earlier just came through the door. So, um, but yeah, and it's interesting too when we look at this, like, so one of the tools that, you know, I use like EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing. I use OEI, which is observed and experiential integration, both of which work with the eyes and bilateral stimulation. And what's fascinating is that the science shows that we do hold trauma in pathways in the eyes.
Mm.
And so noticing that and working with that. So you're talking about how like one thing can impact the other. What is incredible is that we can be fine. And you know how people say like with PTSD and stuff like that everything will be okay. And then all of the sudden they're right back in it.
Yeah.
When we have a trauma pathway that's been imprinted, we might just look and go, and that immediate visual remembering brings us right back into the physical remembering, and we go back into that trauma response. And we don't understand what just happened. And because the brain needs to have a story, it needs to understand. And so it puts the story to it. And then all of a sudden now we have a new traumatic experience that maybe really wasn't. Because it's trying to figure out why the nervous system just did what it did.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then that becomes another filter.
Exactly.
Yes. Like a photo in the newspaper.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's a process for sure. It's triggering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is it the EMDR you've used with me? I think you used something like that on me.
The OEI we did with the eyes and the checking in and all of that.
Yeah.
It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Definitely had some releases for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. It's, you know, and it's an interesting thing too, because we often, especially when there's like compounded trauma or early trauma, what ends up happening often is that we begin to identify with it. And so that trauma becomes part of like who we are, right? So being very mindful of that, especially if we have like a single experience trauma, right? To not go into that identity of like, I'm a victim of this.
Yeah.
And I know that that's really hard because trauma is trauma, right? It's a very difficult experience to go through. But one of the other things that Gabor has talked about is that it's trauma when we stay in the victim place of it, right? But if we move into the survivor place of it, we're able to begin to shift, right? 'Cause we're not living in it in our mind anymore. But again, that's part of the work and part of the processing that we need to do in order to make that shift. My dog is having a difficult experience around a bone.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was smiling at while you're talking about trauma, by the way. It was I could hear the dogs in the background, just so people don't think I'm being insensitive.
No. Well, animals are such a great example of this, right? Because they're very much like routine, and what they've experienced dictates how they move forward, right? And so he knows that he's the slowest bone eater out of the crew. And he has had that experience before where he's chewing on it and they try to get it. Yes. So now it doesn't matter that he's laying in here with the bone and they're not even in the office with me. He hears them walking and starts to growl because he knows, because he has this memory.
That's a don't you dare come in here and take my bone.
After
You're not allowed to take my bone. Yes, right? The dog is in trauma.
Okay, Sebby, stop, buddy. But it is that same kind of idea. Like, I'm simplifying it big time.
Of course.
But it is that same kind of idea, because we do that, right? We put it right through our filter. And instead of having a new experience, we have the same one. again and again and again.
Yeah. And I think this is often kind of what we do, right? We leave our body, spirit took over for protection. It's kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, in psychological terms, would that be a bit of a disassociation? Is that what that
Yeah.
would be? Like, what is that compared to just
Yeah. So,
spirit?
a dissociative moment where, whenever we dissociate, it is a protective mechanism. That's why it happens. And so, and it's interesting because everybody thinks about dissociation as it's just bad, but it's not.
No, it's for a reason.
Like, there's a continuum. Actually, I'll show you guys.
I'm going to see behind the curtain.
Get to see behind the curtain for a minute. It's like a messy, messy bookshelf.
It's a working office.
So here's the continuum, right? And so what ends up happening is, like, on the lower end, it's what we call like highway hypnosis or daydreaming, right? It goes all the way from that into a full DID, which is a dissociative identity disorder kind of idea. But you'll see, like, in the beginning, like highway hypnosis, daydreaming, being in the zone, peak performance, doctors, nurses, EMTs responding to a crisis, that kind of cool and collected response, right? So there is that beginning part of dissociation that serves us in a lot of ways. Uh-oh.
I don't want to upset Kaylee.
But it's when it gets into that, where it moves into acute stress response and then the post-traumatic stress disorder, that it becomes problematic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But in a moment like, that where you're in an experience and the mind doesn't know like what to do or how to handle it, to be able to dissociate a bit actually can help us to be more, alert's not the right word, but like more able to navigate like that. That's that, like the EMTs and doctors and things like that in emergency and stuff like that, because they're that cool and collected ability to just be in the moment with something and not have to have the panicked response coming in. Right.
Yeah, I've always admired how they can do that, like take the emotion out of what they see. Like you see these ER shows on, or go into an ER, and they're so able to compartmentalize, and just be in that moment and deal with what is happening in front of them. It takes special people to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And so when when you're going through something like that, like, it's a wonderful thing to be able to have spirit kind of take over. Right? So that we can just be in that guided place and our mind isn't getting in the way in that moment. Right?
Yeah.
But for Patricia and for anyone else whose nervous system is like out of whack right now, because it happens a lot, I'm going to do a couple things with you guys tonight to see if, how they feel and to help. So first caveat, sitting or laying down, not standing, and definitely not driving. So if anybody is drive lurking, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, this is the basic exercise. This is from Stanley Rosenberg, the Rosenberg Institute. He's a cranial sacral neurological bio somebody or other. Okay. He's just got lots of stuff. He knows what he's talking about.
Stuff like us.
Okay. This is a reset for the vagus nerve. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to cross our fingers and we're going to put them behind our head. And then I want you to just lean into the chair or lay down, however is comfortable for you. Keeping your head straight, you're going to move your eyes to the right as much as is comfortable. We're not looking to strain. We just want to look to the right and be comfortable. And we're going to stay here until we get a yawn, a swallow, or a sigh. I'm going to yawn because I do this often and it comes quickly.
Yeah.
If we are in real reactivity mode, This will take some time. Have patience with yourself. It is okay. If your eyes are like, oh, they're watery, it's okay to close them. Just keep them in that general direction. Okay? However long it takes, once you get that yawn, swallow, or sigh, come back to center, take a breath for me, and let it go. And then we're going to do the same thing to the left. And again, we're going to stay there. I'm swallowing until we get a yawn, a swallow, or a sigh. Okay, we're going to yawn too, because hey, why not? Back
Everybody watching, they're all going to be yawning now because it's contagious.
Take a breath and just bring those arms down really slowly. Okay? And just notice the shifts. Now, when we're super, I know that yawning is going to happen. So you know how people talk about yawns are contagious? This is so cool. I geek out on the science stuff. I can't help it. So yawns are co-regulation. A yawn is a sign that your body wants to regulate. I want to regulate. And you go, oh, I want to regulate too.
That looks fun. Let's do that. I'm yawning because you're yawning. That's what I figured. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take me long either, Patricia.
Yeah, exactly. And so anytime that feeling comes back in, that tenseness, that tightness, you feel like you're going into any kind of reactivity mode, whether that's that fight, flight, or if you're even going into like the dorsal responsive shutdown, it's a great practice to do to be able to bring yourself back into that ventral vagal state, social engagement. Okay. Yes. Everybody's yawning with us.
We're all co-regulating.
It's a wonderful thing.
So part of the work.
Absolutely.
My eyes are watering too.
I know. Okay, here's the other one that is super powerful. This is an energy medicine one. It has to do with the meridian system. So the triple warmer is part of the meridians that we have in the body. Triple warmer pulls from spleen. So often when we're in lots of reactivity, our spleen is getting weakened. And so we, have to balance those energies. I know I want to be on with you, but So this is a really, really simple exercise to do that you can do sitting in a meeting. You can do it, doing other things, and people don't necessarily know what you're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit a spleen point, which is just kind of at the bra line. And then we're going to hit a triple warmer point, which is just above the elbow. And we're just going to give ourselves a hug. Breathe into that. You can rock however you want to with it. Triple warmer loves to be rocked. Right? And just allowing yourself to settle into that with a few breaths. And then we're going to switch. So you're going to do the spleen point on the other side and the triple warmer point on the reverse. And just stay with that for a little bit. Take some deep breaths. And just see how that feels, right? Let yourself kind of just calm into it. What's going on for you over there?
Just try not to yawn. Try to stop the cascading effect for people.
We're just regulating. It's all good.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Simple ones, the end of triple warmer between the pinky and the ring finger, right? This is the gamut spot. If you're into doing the tapping with EFT or TFT, you can tap it, you can rub it, just kind of massage it. There you go. You're going to yawn again. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't matter which side you do it on. It doesn't matter if you tap or rub it, or just put some gentle pressure on there. Okay, the idea is just to stimulate that, and it really can help with bringing down the energy.
Yeah, the burp thing happens. That's us just processing energy, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep, definitely. Feel some lightheadedness. Okay, so just ground, right? Imagine roots coming out your feet.
Yeah, that lightheaded can happen. That's why I was saying with the basic exercise, we don't ever want to be standing or not. You can actually, for those of us who are really sensitive, if we're activated, we can feel a shift in our blood pressure. Like you can really feel that drop. So you've got to go slow and be gentle with yourself when you do these practices. Go ahead and lay down, breathe through it. If that lightheadedness is getting worse, in OEI, it's what we call a dissociative artifact. And there are some tools that we can do to navigate that. I'm not sure I'm going to be teaching OEI on Twillow Talk, but...
Is there something that's like a quick and easy part of it that they can do themselves?
Yeah. So...
Oh, she's cold now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If it gets really bad and you need to go move through it, just again, laying down and breathing through it is going to be able to help navigate that energy. The other one is with like eye movements and things like that. And so without proper, the consents and stuff, and making sure there's no issues with damage to the eyes or any kind of traumatic brain injury. Like I have to be mindful not to do those.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can.
He's triggered again.
It's the bone. Severs. Oh, give me 1 second. Somebody did steal his bone. He wasn't playing. It's
all right. So we're going to go do that. That's fine. Yeah. And you're very welcome, Patricia. And we're here, right? If you need us, we're around. So that's great.
Bone retrieved.
Very good. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted.
Very good.
The one other practice, though, that if you guys want one more, that I could give you is calming triple warmer.
Is this one?
This one might help as well, maybe with that lightheadedness, because we're just going to focus in. Okay, so this one is tracing triple warmer backwards. What we do, or just tracing it to calm it. And there's different ways that you can do it. Most people, when you're taught it, is to do one side and then do the other side. I like to do them both together because I like to put a mantra to it and I like to add a little something to it. So if you see it somewhere else and they're just doing it one side at a time and it's a little bit different, that's why. Okay, so I'll trace it first and then I'll explain what I like to do with it. So we start at the eyebrows and we come across, down the temple, behind the ears, down the neck, not getting my hair in the way and my finger caught in it. Okay. And then I like to just cross at the heart and just rest here for a minute and take a breath. And then we're going to go over the shoulders, down the backs of the arms, and off the fingers. Okay. And I like to do this little like pull and release just because it feels good for the system. Okay. So now what I love to do with this is we're talking to triple warmer. We're helping triple warmer calm. And so the very first thing is, thank you, triple warmer, for trying to protect me. I appreciate that you're here to keep me safe. But I am safe and I've got this. It is okay to rest. I can take care of us. We are safe. Release. Right? And it doesn't have to be exactly that, but that idea, right? Of thanking triple warmer, letting it know that we're safe, and then releasing it from having to stay active in this moment.
Very good. How's everyone feeling out there? Isn't there the one that you put one on your belly and one on your third eye? What's that one?
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch. There's the zip up, there's the hook up, there's the connecting. There's a ton of them.
There's one where you connect the two. Love that. Going to use it. Excellent.
Yay. Good.
Very helpful.
Good. Maybe we'll do a session at some point on all the different kind of tools and practices there. But yeah, just with where we're at, with the energies that we have right now and the things that need to be released. And I think that this was it's good to have some practices and tools in our tool belt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I think it might be almost time to do conference.
I know. I was looking at the time. That's why I was like, I don't know if I want to get into another one because we're.
Yeah, for sure. So what have we got going on this week? Because we are kind of getting close to the end of the show. So what have we got going on? I don't know what I have going on.
I have some news. Just before this show, I was on with Gerald, Tarot Stash, and we did a very special episode for his birthday called Decoding Tarot Stash. And I actually did a live human design reading of his chart for him.
Go check that out
on the show.
Very good.
So that was super fun to do. And if you go ahead and watch it, you will hear about the free gifts that I have out right now for his birthday. So beautiful. I can tell you guys too, but it's worth the watch too. But on my websites, so whether you go to passengerconsciousness.ca or myholisticself.com or myholisticselfcounseling.com, it brings you to the same place. If you go in to do your human design reading, just your free chart that you can get on the webpage, there is an additional 2 freebies right now, and they're both audios. One is the 30 affirmations by type. So you can download an audio that goes through 30 different affirmations specifically for your aura type. And then there's also an empowerment talk for your aura type. So cool. Those are both there and they are free at the moment. They'll be free for the week. So go ahead and grab those while you can. I mean, you can always pay for them later, but you might get them free while they're free.
And we've got our readings up for the month as well on the membership site for Twillow Lifestyle. So if you haven't already signed up for a membership, please do so, and you'll get monthly reading for the collective in there of 22 cards. Jen and I do it every month. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So of course, yeah.
That's your favorite.
And the card. So we're doing Seeds from the Sacred Feminine.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, can't make this stuff up. Honor your emotions.
Yeah. Definitely.
So here we go. Your emotions are great wisdom keepers that guide you through the mysterious realms of the sacred feminine. Your feelings are messengers of valuable information. Do not fear the message these emotions are trying to deliver. They are not trying to harm you. They just want to be felt. In your world, you have been trained to push your feelings away, and this has caused great imbalance. Your feelings are sacred. Honor them and know that it is okay to feel hurt or angry. The emotional body is often misunderstood and needs your light to shine into the darkness. Because some of your emotions are painful, it is easy to be afraid of them. Feelings seem to come unbidden and unpredictably in any given moment. But we grandmothers know that feelings are much wiser than that. They appear for a reason. Let the feelings flow through you, grandchild. Emotions come in waves and peak and flow like the ocean. Feel them all the way through to the end. We promise they will end. The Creator gave you the emotional body to remind you when you have forgotten your connection to the love of creation. Connect now and feel our loving embrace. We are always with you.
Beautiful. Emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So much a part of us, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about other things coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have more lives, I don't think, unless there's something with you that I'm missing.
Not till next week.
But I did just record a brand new For the Love of Mystics.
Yes.
And that I'm hoping is going to be out soon. But I know that Michael, Beyond Being Human, hopes to have at least part of it ready for the new moon or for the new full moon ceremony that they have. It's Oracles and Mystics. It's going to be on November 8th. And so a bit of my talk with James Twyman, and we actually talked about St. Francis and St. Clare of Assisi. So it was a really awesome conversation about them and their lives and what they bring and how miracles can happen when we connect with Source, when we connect with our higher selves. And so, yeah, there's that coming up. And then, yeah, we have support group, but it's a little bit later in the month. But there's always those support groups with Beyond Being Human. So beyondbeinghuman.org/support-groups. And I think Susan and Rachel do it the first Tuesday of the month. So that would be this week. And then there's always more. So if you just go to the webpage, you'll get to see all the options and all the timings and all the stuff.
Yep. Very good. And Jacqueline Richards and I are doing our 5 p.m. on Wednesdays, Infinite Integrations. So come and check that out. There's lots of new classes and stuff coming up all the time. So check those out too. And sending you big hugs, Patricia. Big hugs.
Lots and lots of loves and hugs.
And she says, thank you. So that's where we're at, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is everyone feeling? We have some of you still on there. How are you all feeling? How are you feeling, Jen?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I do all those practices and I'm like, I'm not even hangry anymore.
Chill. I am doing an enlightenment evening tonight too, which is, it's good that I'm chill. I need to be chill. It is good. We'll see what comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Love tonight's chat.
Oh, yay.
Thank you, Kaylee. And Patricia says she's doing better. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Feeling cleansed.
Oh, yay.
That's great. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we'll call it a night, and we will see you here next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Same time. Same
time. Same bat channel. We'll see you at 5 on Monday, and some of you in between. Mm-hmm. Have an awesome week, everyone. Tons of love to you all. Bye now.